So here's a quick video for you because I'm getting a lot of inquiries about it today. How do you write a product label? So firstly, you have these things that go on a product label legally in the UK. The name of the product, what the product is/does, how to use the product, your ingredients list, any allergens, your batch number, your period after opening or expiry date, responsible person details, the weight of the product, any additional advisory information, and any additional symbols. So first of all, you have your name of your product. This is what you are calling it. It might be your brand name and one of the following. You can include your scent name, any name you want to call it. It's just what you're identifying this product by. This isn't always obvious to the person buying the product. Not everyone has heard of a shower fluff. So you need to be descriptive, write what the product is. In this case, we're writing whipped soap as it's fairly self-explanatory, whipped and soap. We'll explain more in the how to use section. May seem obvious to you, but again, not everyone has heard of a whipped soap, so they might not know how to use it. So you need to put a section in telling the person how to use your product. The ingredients are the most important part of your label because this lets the customer know exactly what's in the product so that they can check for any allergens. The ingredients are listed by INCR name in order of percentage used. You may put the common name in brackets also if you wish. Colours can be listed at the end with a plus minus preceding them. Allergens must be listed at the end, ideally in italic or bold, and prefixed with a star to make them stand out. You can calculate your allergens using a calculator that we've got linked below. Your batch number is your batch identifier. This is in case of any complaints or issues with ingredients. Every time that you make a new batch of your product, you must allocate each product made with that batch number. The batch number can be anything you like, so long as you keep a record of it, and you need to put it on every single one of your labels. You need to indicate to your customers how long your product is intended to last. You can do this using the period after opening symbol, which looks like a little tub with a lid coming off, and indicating the number of months that it is good for after opening within that. Or you can use the hourglass and include an expiry date and a best before end underneath it. Responsible person details must also be on your label. This is so your company can be identified and people can contact you with any questions or complaints about the product. If you wish, you can just include the building number and your postcode, but you should then include your web address so that your full address can be found by the customer if required. Next, you need to show the weight of your product so that customers know exactly what they're getting. In the UK, we do this in grams or millilitres. This is the weight of the product less the weight of the container. You can use the term net weight to precede your amount and use the E symbol if you wish. The E symbol stands for estimated. This means that the average quantity of the product in a batch of pre-packaged products shall not be less than the nominal quantity stated on the label. It basically gives you a tolerance for the product if you are batch filling. Additional information is any advisories that your safety assessor may have stipulated in your CPSR to be put on your label. This might include things such as not suitable for children under 3 years old, if irritation occurs, discontinue use, store away from direct sunlight, or not for consumption. Yes, people do think that sometimes. Ideally, this will be in bold text so it grabs their attention. Additional symbols are things like the recyclable logo, the PETA logo, the Leaping Bunny logo, organic, Cosmos approved, natural, etc. All of these types of logos need to be licensed for use after proving certain practices of your company. So do your research before using, and there's usually a fee to pay for most. So another question we get is, what if the product is too small to fit all of that information? Well, then you have two options. You can include a small label on the product with the book symbol seen here, and try and include a bit more information. So if you can include your web address and also the batch number if you can fit it in, that simply means that the information about the product is detailed elsewhere, so they can go to the web address and find it there. Otherwise, you can have a box for your product and put a label on the box containing all of the information, or include a card and a bit of paper with information about the product on those. Now, there's actually no hard and fast rule about text size on UK products, but it's suggested that a minimum text size of 2.5 millimeters, or about 7 points, is the smallest size that most people and the regulators will consider readable, and you want to make sure that people can actually read it. So if you can't fit readable text on your products, then put the book symbol and then put your information elsewhere. If you have any questions, just drop them below and I'll do my best to answer them.